In this video I'm going to share with you my process for a quick watercolor landscape sketch and unpacking the equipment that I typically take with me, including a couple of sketchbooks of different sizes, a 12 half-pan set of watercolors, some water, and for this one I'll be using water brushes. We're staying in a remote rural village in the Uttarakhand province of the Indian Himalaya. Life is beautifully simple here, and there's a picture everywhere you look. I've taken to using a sports sweatband to keep my gear organised and to wear while sketching, as it enables me to clean the brushes and dab the paper if needed. I typically use two water brushes, a broad flat tip for wetting the paper and then a narrower flat tip for doing the painting. I'm using a Schminke 12 half-pan set of watercolours. The top row is all my primaries, both warm and cold, and the bottom row is some earthy tones that I find useful. I apply my horizon line wet on dry, making sure I use lots of paint to keep a good bead. And then my intention was to slowly thin that out with more water. This is quite tricky with a water brush, however, as the pigment gets sucked up into the bristles, so you have to sort of clean it and then flush it and then try and apply a cleaner wash without getting a back bleed, which can be tricky at times. I just about managed it here, I think. The alternative, of course, would have been to pre-wet the page, but that means a less strong colour and it takes longer for the page to dry, and I'm quite impatient and want to do a quick sketch. For this sketch I'm using an A6 sketchbook that I've been getting on really well with. I picked it up in Delhi and it was very cheap. It's a mixed media paper at 140 grams per square metre. I can carry it everywhere. It's quick to do a sketch in a page, and it enables me to experiment without guilt of wasting paper and money. I apply the darker foreground layers, but the page is still damp, which provides a nice effect for the mist. You have to be careful though, because I've done similar paintings in the past where you get bad back bleeds if you don't time it right. Actually, I was lucky not to get one here. I shouldn't be working back into this area. It's begging for a back bleed. As I was painting, a man came into the foreground, which made a lovely detail. I was a bit nervous to try and add into the sketch because figures are hard to do, but it's all about experimentation, so I just went for it. And there you have it, a simple, quick sketch and a memento of our time here. I hope that's inspired you to pick up your paintbrush.